Welcome students, welcome to this session. In this session we are going to present a chapter related to ICSE class 10 board exam, and the name of the chapter is banking. Before we start the session, let's introduce ourselves. Me, Bispojit sir, and on behalf of ICSE Institute we are presenting this session. Now before we move on to the main content, let's explain what we are going to explain in this session in a brief. The thing is that the banking as a whole summary concept, the type of bank account we are going to explain. We are going to explain the applicable formula for this chapter, equivalent principle, recurring deposit account, interest rate, maturity value. All this we are going to explain in this session. Along with that, few important sums we also going to discuss. Okay, so but it's a very small session. In this session we'll try to explain as much as possible from our end, but if any students has any extra requirements, you can write it in our comment box, or those are new to this channel, I would request all of them, please subscribe our channel so that whenever we upload any interesting or workable videos for you, you can get it as fast as possible. Okay. In addition to that, if this is the very critical time that we are passing through because of this coronavirus, so all of the schools, colleges are all shut down right now. It's a lockdown period is going on. So I would request all the students, please don't sit home idle. Try to learn as much as possible. If possible, you can see the YouTube videos. All, if you want to join our online classroom also, you can contact to this number. That's a given 70447-27777. This number. It's a working hour between 10 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. In between, you can call and book your session for the online classes. So, because ICSE Institute every time try to do some new things for the students and the benefit of the students. This is online. This online classroom program is also another initiative. So many students are accepting. You can also try for it. It's a free option for right now. So please go and call and book them. Okay. So let's start the session. So banking. What is the concept of banking? Why should we study? Because generally we do work and earn some money. The thing is that money also can earn more money. That is the idea. We put money into the bank so that from bank we receive interest. Means we are working and earning money. Money is working for us and earning more money. Like say you have 1,000 rupees the bank, and bank is giving you say 10% interest for 1 year. Now end of the 1 year you are getting 100 rupees as interest. Means you haven't worked, but your money has worked for you. That is the idea. We keep money at the bank. Now after 1 year you have 1,100 rupees. That 100 rupees extra money you have earned through this concept. Now at the bank, for this kind of deposits, we have different types of banking accounts. Number one is savings account. Now what is savings bank account? This is such a bank account where you don't have any time limit of depositing money, or you don't have time limit of withdrawing money. So this kind of account can accept anybody, any individual person, any business person also. So this is such account. Another is a current account. Mainly this account is dealing with all the business people, those have business. So they use this current account. Fixed deposit account. Say you have some lump sum amount of money and you want to deposit this for 5 years. So you went to the bank and talked to the manager and you fill up the form and deposit the money for 5 years. During this 5 years, you won't withdraw any money. And during these years, you don't have to deposit no further additional money. So end of the tenure, you'd get your principal plus during this interval the interest also. But in between, if you want to break the account, then they will charge some penalty also. Okay. Any individual business people can use this fixed deposit account. Now coming to this recurring deposit account. This is the main chapter we are going to deal in this. This is the main concept. Now what is recurring deposit? This is mainly built with the small investors or small depositors who cannot afford big amount of money, especially the students or the poor people. They can adopt this kind of account and they can have some time limit, say 1 year, say 5 years, say 3 years, 2 years, like that. They are putting the money in monthly mode, or sometimes it's quarterly modes for annual mode, like that. So during this entire period, after say you have taken this as a monthly mode, then after every month you have to deposit that money into the account. Once the tenure is over, bank will calculate how much you have deposited and how much the interest. Both will be returned as a back. That's a maturity value. Okay. And the condition is that during this interval you cannot withdraw any fund and you cannot deposit extra fund also. This is the basic policy. Okay. So this recurring deposit account we are going to discuss in this chapter, in this session also. Now the thing is that what will be the interest formula bank is going to calculate, what will be the maturity value, all these things we are going to discuss in this session. Now before we start this whole calculation regarding this recurring deposit, very important formula which we are going to apply in this chapter. This is, say 1 plus 2 plus 3, 4 up to n terms. If we want to add, the formula will be n into n plus 1 by 2. Now what is n? Say you want to add from 1 to 100. You can add like 1 plus 2, that's a 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3, this is 2 plus 1 plus 2 is a 3 plus 3, that's a 6. Or 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, that's a 10. Or you can simply apply this formula. Say up to you want to find out sum from 1 to 100. It's a natural number. So n will be 100. It will be 100 plus 1 by 2. That's simple calculation. You'll get the answer. Okay. So this formula we are going to apply in this chapter. Now the concept is equivalent principal concept. Say you want to invest, say monthly investment in this recurring deposit concept. Monthly investment you have taken, say P rupees, and the number of months. So what we are explaining, that equivalent principal concept. Say you have 100 rupees in bank and bank is paying 10% interest per month. So after 1 year, means after 12 months, what you are getting, this is the calculation, that you are getting 10 rupees. Now you want this 10 rupees not after 12 months but after 1 month. So what would be your amount you should keep at bank, so that bank will give you that 10 rupees in 1 month. So idea is the principal you multiply with the number of months. That's a 1200 rupees. Now on this 1200 rupees, again the 10%. Now the number of duration is not 1 year, it's 1 month. That's why, because the rate of interest is given for per annum. So we have to convert it into per month. That's why 1 by 12. So after calculating this, same 10 rupees you are earning. So what we got, if we want to earn the money as interest in a year and the same money within 1 month, then we have to multiply the principal with the number of months. Here it was a 12-month period, so we multiplied the thing with the 12. So that's a 100 into 12, that's a 1200 rupees. Earlier it was 100 rupees only. I kept it back, I got 10 rupees. Now I have to get the 1200 rupees, so I'll get this 10 rupees in a single month. Now another concept is that, say you have 1000 rupees and 1000 rupees in a recurring deposit account, and you have taken the account for 5 years. So every month you are depositing that 1000 rupees. So the first installment you will deposit at the bank. Now bank will keep that money for how many months? For total of 60 months. So 5 years into 12 months. So 60 months bank will keep that money with them. Now the second installment bank will keep that 1 month less. That's a 59 months. Third installment 58 months, and gradually they will, the last amount they will keep for 1 month only. So if I formulate this in a formula concept, that P is my installment, N is my number of months, therefore the equivalent principal for the first installment will be P into N, for the second it will be P into N minus 1, for the third it will be P into N minus 2, and so on. If I take P as common, it will be N plus N minus 1, N plus 2, and so on up to 1. Just reverse it. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to N. Now we are applying this formula, that is N into N plus 1 by 2. So it will come P into N plus 1 by 2. So this is the equivalent principal for N months amount we want in 1 month. So the interest on this principal, it will be, because we have given R%, that's a per annum. So but we want this in a per month, in 1 month, that will be P into this principal into R by 100 into 1 by 12. So this is my interest. Now the maturity value will be that, because P is my installment and we are keeping this installment every month for N number of months. So P into N plus the interest. Now putting this formula, it will be P into N plus P into N plus 1 by 2 into R by 100 into 1 by 12. So this final formula we can use to find out the solution of different problems. So in the next segment we are going to solve problem related to this recurring deposit, and we will find the maturity value, interest, like that. Okay, so let us move into the problem sum oriented questions. Okay. Now Sonia had a recurring deposit account in a bank, deposited rupees 600 per month for 2.5 years. If the rate of interest was 10% per annum, the maturity value of this account we have to find out. So per month principal is 600 rupees, time 2.5 years, that is a 30 months, rate of interest 10% per annum. Therefore interest in 30 months, that is 600 into 30 plus 1, that is into 10 by 100 into 1 by 12. So we have applied the formula and the answer is coming 2325, and the maturity value will be 600 into 30 plus 2325. So it's calculating, the final answer is 20,325. Okay, so we are ending this session, and thank you. Meeting in the next video.